Malawi is one of the developing countries in the world, and agriculture is the backbone of the economy, providing livelihoods for 80% of Malawians. This makes agriculture the most important economic activity in the country. It is therefore no surprise that 53.5% of all child laborers are in the agricultural sector. The main drivers for child labor in Malawi include poverty, orphanhood, lack of access to affordable quality education, and the land tenure system. The government of Malawi recognizes that agriculture needs to become a priority area in child labor elimination at the national and sectorial level. With the financial and technical support from Geneva-based Eliminating Child Labor in Tobacco Growing Foundation, ECLT, Malawi hosted the Malawi National Conference on Child Labor in Agriculture, which took place in the capital city Lilongwe from the 5th to the 6th September 2012. The aim of the conference was to exchange and share good practices on the elimination of child labor and to adopt prioritized actions to better integrate child labor in agriculture in Malawi in context of the National Action Plan. The conference ran under the theme End Child Labor in Agriculture, Our Children, Our Future. The conference brought together different key stakeholders and was launched on the 4th of September. Speakers during the launch of the main conference were Luther Mambala, the president of the Malawi Congress of Trade Unions.
Children, Your Excellency, are usually not employed directly on the estate, but work as part of the tenant family. When a tenant is employed on the estate, he or she is employed as the head of the household and responsible for fulfilling the quota required by the estate owner. This quota cannot be grown unless the entire family of the tenant is involved in the growing of tobacco. Children are then directly involved in all aspects of tobacco growing.
Buxton Kayuni, president of Employers Consultative Association of Malawi.
As employers, we strongly believe that the consequences of businesses associated with the use of child labor in the supply chains include corporate reputational damage, loss of business, shareholder disappointment, and even divestment. We can't afford, Your Excellency, to have negative labeling of our products in Malawi at the point when we are expanding our export base.
Martin Clemenson, the director of ILO.
On the minimum age for entry into employment and ILO Convention on the worst forms of child labor that Malawi did already in 1999, Malawi has put in place the normative framework that's necessary to prevent children from child labor. The reasons why we have child labor. Some of those reasons are rural underdevelopment, family poverty, and social exclusion, and a lack of access to land and services and rights.
Barbara Martellini, the vice president of ECLT Foundation.
Even if considerable progress has been made, we acknowledge that the causes of child labor are complex and that to achieve the elimination of child labor, everyone has to be involved so that the efforts are better coordinated, results are maximized, and the culture of respect for the child is reinforced.
Lisa A. Vickers, charge d'affaires, United States Embassy in Lilongwe.
Our children deserve the right to grow up free of exploitation and have a chance to go to school. To those working every day on child labor issues, I urge you not to lose spirit or become discouraged when you face difficult challenges, because working together, we can achieve meaningful results.
And Honorable Eunice Mankangala, the Minister of Labor.
The fight against child labor is a huge task that government alone cannot manage to win.
The Malawi National Child Labor Conference was officially launched by Her Excellency, Mrs. Joyce Banda, President of the Republic of Malawi.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to take this opportunity to acknowledge the financial support and technical assistance of the ECLT Foundation and all those who have contributed to the realization of this conference. On this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to declare the National Conference on Child Labor in Malawi officially opened. I thank you for your attention and may God bless you.
Recognizing that in spite of the existence of laws, policies, instruments, strategies, and efforts to address child labor in agriculture in Malawi, child labor in agriculture remains a significant social and economic problem, and that the use of child labor contravenes national and international laws, norms, and codes of good agricultural practices, the conference called upon, among others. The Ministry of Labor should speed up the approval of the child labor policy, the labor inspection policy, and support enactment of the Tennessee Labor Bill, ensuring that rights acquired through its enactment are transposed into a framework covering contract farming, formalize the child labor unit by regularizing its structure and recruiting specialist staff, establishing an effective and functional national child labor monitoring system as a priority, and improve linkages with district labor officers. NASFAM, TAMA, and other agricultural producer associations should sensitize farmers on child labor, promote labor-saving technologies, and improve access to credit, crop insurance, and market access for their membership. Traditional leaders and faith groups should mainstream child labor concerns through, for example, participation in district child labor committees and raise awareness in their communities about the hazards of child labor and importance of education to the development of girls and boys and to the future prosperity of their communities.
We ourselves didn't realize the extent of the problem till this conference has exposed the seriousness of the problem. And as a ministry, we will have to work hard to make sure that we overcome this.
Malawi has a high incidence of child labour, but it's evident that the new government is deeply committed to tackling this problem. We were honoured by the presence of Her Excellency, the President of the Republic, at the opening session, which encouraged everybody, I think, to move forward at the conference, knowing that the highest level of government was behind the objectives.
Our challenge will be to make sure that all of these very strong efforts that will happen won't get disconnected. This is the biggest challenge for us, is how to keep it all connected to the issue of child labor.
The conference ended on a high note with all delegates filled with the knowledge about the nature of child labor and the need for the combined efforts to eliminate child labor in agriculture in Malawi. Let us end child labor in agriculture. Our children, our future.